Hello everyone, this is Greg here, and today let's talk about Palantir. Alright, first of all, let's look at the chart here and talk about what's happening to Palantir recently. Now, since the earnings report, Palantir has experienced quite a big rise. It's certainly one of the hottest AI stocks over the past few weeks. Its revenue grew roughly 93% year to year, and its US commercial revenue grew, well, rather exploded, 149% to be exact. So this is showing us that AI adoption isn't slowing down at all, quite the opposite. And management raised its full year guidance, so yeah, it's giving investors a lot more confidence. Let's see. So yeah, currently Palantir is definitely one of the biggest, strongest names in the AI sector. Now, this big gap here, this big jump here, it's certainly very exciting. But that brings us to the next question. Is this going to continue to rise? How are the institutions or the bigger players positioning themselves? Are they expecting a bigger rise? Are they making a bigger bet? Or are they starting to hedge? So let's look at some of the positions here today. And before that, let's look at some of the flows here. Today we're mainly going to talk about the option chain that's 42 days out. Let's see here. Now, looking at the flows here, there's certainly a bigger buildup of call positions. And in the separate videos, I'll be talking about some of the details in these flow cards. And again, please excuse some of the delays in the data after market. Let's look at some of the interesting positions picked out by our algorithm. Let's start with this position right here. Today we're mostly going to talk about verticals and strangles and singles. So yeah, let's begin with this position right here. Okay, this is a big bullish position. Trader is betting that the price will go above 180, potentially passing 200. This one's similar. This one as well. Now, these positions are very bullish, but keep in mind that there's a possibility that there also might be hedging positions for a bigger short position. Now, Palantir does have a bigger short position, relatively speaking, comparing to some of the other bigger AI stocks. So it's not uncommon to see hedging activity for a bigger short position. But these are very likely just bullish. This one as well. And this one. Yeah, so very bullish. Possibility of hedging, but otherwise very bullish. This one as well. So these positions are betting that there is going to be a continuous big move in the weeks to come. And we shall see. Yeah, this one as well. Okay, this one we just reviewed. This one as well. Very bullish. Okay, let's look at the put side here. This one is actually also bullish. Different structure, but bullish. Essentially, this trader or institution is betting that price will not drop below 165. Okay, this one we reviewed. Let's look at this one. Okay, same thing. This one is also betting that the price will not go below 160 in the next few weeks. This one as well. Now, if you do plan on using some of these positions as a reference, as a guide on placing your own trade, if you plan on making these similar trades, just be careful that whoever's placing these trades are actively monitoring and updating their positions, most likely with bots. So if you do plan on placing this type of bet, just keep that in mind and always be careful. Always monitor your position, whether you're closing it or rolling it or taking profit. Just be very careful with setting up your positions. Okay, so this one's actually bearish. Very likely a hedging position for a bigger long position. Essentially, it's essentially a hedge for a crash event in case if the stock suddenly decides to crash or go down violently. These positions will be a great hedge to protect against crash events, to protect your long positions. And this one is also bullish. This one is bearish as well, likely a hedge. Or they could be just betting that the price has gone up too fast and there might be a dip in the next few weeks. But yeah, based on the structure of these two positions, they are bearish, either directional bets or hedging. But generally speaking, the market sentiment is bullish, at least based on these bigger positions that our system has picked out. Now, keep in mind that these are not all of the positions available in the market, just the bigger, interesting positions that our algorithm has picked out. So just keep that in mind. Let's look at the triangle positions. Yeah, so these are very common positions used in this type of situation when there's a big gap after a big event. These players are often betting that there's going to be a big movement in either directions, either bullish or bearish. So essentially, if you think that there's going to be a big movement, but you're not sure which direction the stock will be heading in, you can place this type of strategy, this type of position. But be very careful because Palantir does have a high implied volatility, relatively speaking. So these institutions are paying high premiums for this type of position, which means that the stock would have to make quite a big move in the following weeks for these positions to make money. But yeah, these bigger positions, strangle positions out there, tells us that that there's likely going to be a bigger move in the weeks to come. At least these traders are betting that there's going to be a big move in the following weeks. Yeah, very interesting. Let's move on to single positions. Okay, very bullish. This one as well. Actually, when we're talking about single positions, this is when we might see a mixture of institutional trades and retail trades. For example, this one right here, this one might possibly be a retail trade. Quite a big position, so I'm not sure, but quite possibly a retail trade. It is quite far out of the money, so this is what we would call a YOLO trade. We'll come back to this one and see what happens in the next few weeks, but it'll be interesting to see. This one as well, very likely a YOLO trade. Or it could be a hedging position for a hedge for a bigger short position. Sometimes if you have a big short position and you're afraid of a gamma squeeze or a short squeeze, this is when you can place a hedge position say if you're an institution and you're worried about a GameStop like squeeze, then it would be a smart move to place, or if your short position is taking up a big portion of your portfolio, if it's a really risky short position, it is often smart to have some kind of a hedge position, and this could be one of them, or it could be a YOLO trade. We'll see. And by the way, I'm not saying that these are unlikely to make any profit. Actually, with Palantir, sometimes it can get quite volatile, and yeah, sometimes you can make a lot of money with this type of trade. This one as well, big position. Huge bullish position, right at the money, this one. Betting that there's going to be a big move in the weeks to come. So yeah, with the single strategy, it's also showing a very bullish sentiment. This one as well. Let's go over to the put side. This one as well. This one's also bullish. Somebody is selling 165 put, 2,050 contracts, collecting a nice premium. Again, high implied volatility. So you will see, sometimes you will see this type of position, selling bullish, betting that the price will not go above 160. I'm sorry, not go below 165 in the coming weeks. Or it could be someone planning or ready to buy the stock at this price. So if you want to get in on a stock, if you want to buy a stock and you think that the price might be too high right now, or the market just might be a little too volatile right now, this could be a good position to enter. Even if the price does drop close to your strike price here or below your strike price, if this is a stock that you're prepared to own, in the end, it doesn't really matter. And if the stock does continue to rise or stay flat-ish, you'll be keeping the premium, keeping a nice profit. So sometimes it could be a great strategy in this type of situation. Yeah, let's look at. Yep, very similar. Also, bullish position, betting that the price will not drop below 150 in the coming weeks. This one might. Yep, this one is the same. So yeah, very bullish, very bullish. Let's see if. Oh yeah, okay. This is a hedge position. It's way out of the money here, far out of the money here. So this is very likely a hedge position, protecting a much bigger long position. So in case if Palantir crashes, this position would protect against a bigger long position in somebody's portfolio. This one as well, very common hedge positions. Or again, they could be just bearish. This could be another directional bet, a YOLO trade, betting that the price would drop by almost 30-40% within the next few weeks. So very bearish, very risky if this is a directional bet. If this is YOLO trade, unlikely that it would happen, but it is Palantir, so unlikely, but certainly possible. Yeah, we shall see. But most likely these are hedges. So yeah, these positions shows what some of the bigger players are thinking, how they're positioned. Generally speaking, these positions tell us that likely there will be a big move in the weeks to come, and bullish based on what some of these positions are showing. Some bearish positions, some hedging positions, but yeah, that's very common in this type of market. So yeah, hopefully that's helpful. If you have any comments or anything, any detail you want to see more in the future videos, please leave it in the comment section. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time.